Hey, what's going on, everyone? Dan the Glassman here, and you're watching Back to Nature. Today, we're going to be working on some rosemary harvest. So check this out, some beautiful rosemary here that I just harvested from one of the yards that I've been working in. And what we're doing is we are going to try to get these to reroot. So what I've done is taken off all the rosemary from this stem here. I've spliced the bottom and just put it directly into water. No root generator or anything like that. I'm just going directly in water. Usually it generates roots within a few days. You just have to continuously change the water out and make sure that the water doesn't get stagnant. So how we do this is really simple. You just want to get a piece of your rosemary here. Want to make sure that you trim off just a good amount that would fit into the jar and into the water. And then we're going to collect all this rosemary so we can use it for cooking and for also making essential oils and things like that. So we'll just peel the rosemary off of here. And all of this has also been prayed on and blessed before I've gone ahead and started to prepare this. And you can probably hear baby Daniel in the background. He's over there having a good time jumping around in his jumper. So I just got back from a job in a yard today and had a little bit of time to trim some of the rosemary. And it's awesome because she says that I'm welcome to harvest as much as I'd like. This comes from a 15 by 15 foot rosemary bush that stands about 6 to 7 feet tall. So there's more than enough to go around, and as you can see, it's very beautiful. So what I've done is taken all the rosemary off of the stem there, and that should be enough to get into the water. And then I split the end of the root here. With a knife or some sort of a razor blade or something like that. And that way, it'll help the roots to generate. So we'll just split it like this, and we'll do a cross, like a crisscross, cross hatch. And we'll just be real careful. You don't want to cut yourself, of course, so make sure you know what you're doing when you're using a knife, and just take your time. And I just go in, about a 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch on each side like that, and that way it'll help to generate some roots. So then you can see right there, that's what it looks like all split, and we just put that directly into the water. And we'll just move on and do a few more right here. So we'll just make sure that we get all the rosemary off. This one here we'll set to the side. I can use that for later. So we'll just peel that piece off there. And that's peeled nicely. Take your knife, split it on the bottom. And sometimes what you may want to do also is, if it's been a while, you will want to basically just cut the end again to make sure that that's fresh. And I don't have my clippers or my trimmer, so I'm just using a knife right there. But it's a lot easier to just use the trimmers or your little branch clippers. So we'll just go right in there again and slice that just like so. And then we'll put that in the water. And hopefully in about 4 to 7 days we'll start seeing some roots coming up. This is one that I started earlier before the video, and then decided that I would like to document this and share it with y'all. This is something that I haven't shared yet, is how to basically clone the rosemary plants. And you can do this with other plants too, with the roses and tomato plants, different plants. They will reroot Some will reroot, some are harder to reroot. So if you can't get it to reroot, just try again. If it really doesn't reroot, then maybe use some root generator or something like that. There's other means that I've seen that they use, but I haven't really studied those yet. This way it works for me, and if for some reason the rosemary doesn't take root, well, there's so much rosemary that if this dries out and doesn't take root, then we'll just use it for cooking anyway, so it's not a loss. And usually they do take root though, and it's not that hard to do. And just split that again, put that in the water, and we'll just finish up these last two here real quick. I'll let all that rosemary go there. There's another little sprig of it. I'll take that sprig off, put it to the side. And this rosemary is really awesome. Culinary rosemary. This is really good for cooking. I wish you could smell it. It smells awesome in here right now. On the fingertips. Okay, so we'll split this one and we'll do one more. So we'll just take this. What's going on, baby? Baby Daniel. These those fake bananas aren't the same as real bananas. Okay, and one more. We'll just peel all this off. Look at that, all in one take like that. Bam. We have all this beautiful rosemary now that we can use just like this. We can use it fresh, or we can also just let it dry out in a jar or something like that, and always use it for cooking. One thing I love to use rosemary on is potatoes. I cook my potatoes down with some oil, normally add some coriander, and I add some cumin seed and sometimes I use turmeric, sometimes ginger, but usually it's rosemary and salt, and pretty much that's it. They're really good, but the coriander is really awesome to add to it as well. But there you have it, a beautiful bouquet of rosemary all ready to go and reroot. You just want to make sure that those all go into the water, and you want to change your water out every 2 days, every 3 days, 2 to 3 days, if not every day. And it's always good to just allow your plants to have fresh water, especially during the rerooting stage. And the roots should come out around the whole length of the stem, as much as where the water is. So you should start seeing some roots generating all the way up to here as well. Alright, well there you have it. Thank you for watching. This is Dan the Glass Man. You've been watching Back to Nature.